My channel had a surge right when some shit went down, and I didn't want anyone in my house. So, hi, new people. I am Diet Cokehead. This channel is about me. My channel, I am the star. Not Shani, not Amberlynn, not Eugenia. I'm cooler. I do stuff. I actually got over my driving thing. Well, I don't know how much I talked about that. I actually had a really bad driving phobia, and I didn't learn how to drive until I was 30. I walked or got rides everywhere, and I still have panic attacks whenever I drive, but I just suck it the fuck up. And I do it, and it sucks, and I just deal with it. And if you have a driving phobia and you want to know how to get past it, my advice is to just suck it the fuck up. And I still struggle with it, and it sucks. Nobody believes it's real. It's kind of the thing about anxiety. I don't know how many fucking people in my life have come to me whenever they were a lot older and were like, oh my God, I just started having panic attacks. I'm so sorry, I didn't believe you. About like people who I didn't even know didn't believe me. People who I didn't even know knew that I had anxiety. Like I thought that I was like not telling people that I had mental problems. I thought that um I was keeping it to myself. I thought that, and then they were like, I didn't believe you about your anxiety and stuff. And I was like, I didn't even talk to you about that because you seemed like the kind of person who wouldn't understand. But then I guess that they just saw me having anxiety and were like thinking to themselves that they didn't believe me. And then they were like, just, they could have just, we both could have gone on through our lives with me not knowing how big of an asshole they were. But anyway, yeah, so if you can't drive and you're scared of driving, operating a vehicle, operating the vehicle itself is not difficult. That's never the thing that I had an issue with. It's just I couldn't really tell you what it was one way or the other. There are a lot of different variables in driving that's really, really fucking terrifying. The last time I drove out of town at like 75 mile per hour speeds, it was during a really bad storm, and I had a panic attack so bad that I blacked out and drove off into a ditch, but I still got back into a car and I drove. I've been struggling a lot more ever since I had it, because I've never had a panic attack so bad that I blacked out before. But no, that sucked. I didn't even like I went through all that, and then I still, like, even after nothing happened, my car was fine, I was fine. I got out of the ditch, I got to where I needed to go, and I didn't even have all the shit that I needed for the job. Like, I needed 3 forms of identification, and I didn't have my birth certificate. That fucking sucked. But yeah, this is just a stream of consciousness video. I have a lot of shit going on. I didn't I didn't want my channel to die after I finally got this little surge, and the show must still go on in spite of whatever the fuck crisis I'm going through. So and I think that these kinds of my life videos were like confusing to new people, because like I would make those, I would tag Eugenia's name or something and attract a big crowd of like over 1,000 people, barely over 1,000 people or something, and they would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or at least in the segments of the Eugenia videos where I would talk about myself, it would be confusing, because when I do videos, I'm well aware that I'm not like this hot shit YouTube celebrity. I know I'm just chilling and addressing like a handful of regulars who come and have a little discussion with me a few times a week. And I genuinely kind of forget that I'm addressing anyone besides like a handful of regular commenters. And it's weird how it happens because it doesn't really feel like being any sort of celebrity. It doesn't really feel like, it doesn't even feel like being popular or anything. It honestly feels like exactly any other job you go to. Like, you go to the bar or on cam or the pawn shop, and there's like 20 or 30 names and faces that you see every single week, and you go there and you're familiar with. And online, you kind of, well, I learned how to work the online crowds and how to interact with them kind of by like just seeing my bosses and from the bar and the pawn shop work their crowds, like just after, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm not this charismatic or forward in person. I'm not scared and I'm not timid or anything. I just don't really know how to interact with people that well. I don't really know when it's my turn to talk. I don't really know what people want from me. I don't really know how I'm supposed to talk to people. So it's something that I just have to learn. But I used to think that I couldn't, if I didn't have anything important to say, that I couldn't come here and talk. And I could only come here and talk whenever some shit was going down and I could talk about something worthwhile. And now it just feels like I'm generating this bullshit to keep my subs up and to keep my channel floating. But I mean, that's how you compete. That's how you do what everyone else is doing. But I'm a very introspective and dramatic person where everything has to have a purpose and everything has to have soul and it has to be artistic and it has to. So doing stuff for relevance and putting stuff out there for clout and doing stuff to expand your brand, like it's not entirely lost on me. Like, I understand the significance of that stuff in theory, but it feels cheap and tacky to me. So I understand why people doesn't like me. So doing it makes me feel very anxious, and I don't really understand how to do it in practice. And I hate, I hate promoting, and I even hate promoting like my cam bullshit. I know that I have to. I know that it's crucial to expanding my business and making money. I know that business is business, and whenever it comes down to it, I'm just putting my pussy on the internet for strangers for money. But I don't know. It's just whenever it comes down to showing people that I'm doing it or getting people to come see me do it, it feels like it needs, like, I just feel like it needs to be way better than it is to be like, oh, come see me, I'm hot shit. But I don't know, I kind of want some fun, wacky stories on cam or pawn or anything, just to have something for y'all to watch that's not just me bullshitting about my life. Like, what the fuck is anybody gonna get from this video? I kind of want someone to do something, like, just anything. The best that I have is like this dude at the pawn shop that came and bought a car amp from me and tried really hard to get me to guarantee him that it worked, and he tried really, 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 really hard to get me to say that I guarantee that it will work, but I just had to keep offering him our insurance plan. But he kept denying it and tried to get me to promise that we tested all of our shit. And of course, I had to, because we do. And the next day, whenever he came by to return it, I was like, we had a really long discussion about this yesterday. I told you that you can't return it unless you got our insurance policy. And I mean, that's just how pawn shops work. And he went, this won't end well for you. And he went outside with this big ass fucking sign that said that our company was shady as fuck. And he stood out with that sign in the fucking cold for like 3 days. And I don't think he stayed out there all night long, but he went out there all day long with that sign. People would like bring him beer, and people would bring him food and stuff. And it turns out that like he had like an entire internet living. Like he has more subscribers than I do. He fucked with towns, kind of protesting like that. Or he fucked with the cops in town, like protesting like that. He had like $175,000 settlement from fucking with people like that. My boss said that I couldn't go after him on YouTube though, or I'll get fired. So that sucked. I don't really have that much to talk about this time. I'm gonna do a video on Ozempic soon. I'm putting that together. I'm still researching it. Nobody will give it to me. I've tried to get it. It's really expensive and hard to get. Anyway, bye.